Good day and good evening, and welcome to GRIME II. Just a quick heads up for anyone thinking, GRIME II? So I don't understand anything if I didn't already know about GRIME 1. No, don't worry about it. The games have, like, story-wise ties to each other, like, it's probably the same universe. There's some similarities. There's a lot of similarities in gameplay. But let's just say it's not a super story-focused game, in my opinion. So you don't need to understand the story of GRIME 1 to follow along GRIME 2. In addition... I actually don't know what I want to say with that. In addition, nothing. In addition, the connections between the games where they are small enough that even if you care about the story, you can probably enjoy the games in any order. At least from what I've seen. So, just a quick heads up, I have played this game for like 8 hours or so. My own time, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Then I got distracted with other games. And then I thought, we could play it here. And yeah, real question for all of you. Yeah, I moved my camera a little bit up because I know that there's like important UI elements down there. If it turns out that I need to go somewhere else and I don't notice because I'm fighting stuff and such, let me know. I hate it too when the big dumb face of the streamer is blocking the important UI elements. So, better let me know. I won't get offended. There might be some elements where I'm like, well, you don't need to know that. It doesn't matter. Like, I know that I'll be blocking parts of like a character sheet in menus, but you should be able to see the important stuff. Right. So, for anyone curious about my opinion of this game, I've not completed this one, but GRIME 1 was a game that I sat down and 100%ed in like a matter of days, way back when it was new. So, I think it's pretty good. Now, with that said, before I actually hop into the game, hey Aradil, hey Lana, hey Jet, hey Saros, hey Procrastinauts, hey Monica, hey Ilya, and hey Naomi, and hey Philippe. Hope you're all doing very well. Ilya, there's the juxtaposition between the cheery intro music to this ominous song. Yeah. Oh, so last week on Expedition 33, I feel like I did like make a quite a smooth cut by cutting the cheery music and switching to some Expedition 33 music at the end. But didn't have any on hand here. But yeah, I have played the game a bunch. The thing is, the game is still very new, and I don't know how much you can actually look into it in advance. So like, I had to test it myself, and you know, I also wanted to play the game. So the game, actually. Funny detail, I believe GRIME 1 did not have difficulty settings. But there is an easier mode for those that need it. But we're not going to be using that. The rippler of waves. Something withers the waves. At last, a thought with substance. And it is confused. Huh? Oh, worry not, little egg. Confusion is only natural. The first thought, in fact. Always the first thought. However, you must not linger in confusion. To linger stagnancy. Poison. Instead, let your confusion sweep you towards a hunger, delicious curiosity. If you desire it, understanding will come, naturally. As more thoughts, wants, and memories coalesce within you, as you become yourself. Myself? Oh, already forming your very own questions? So eager to learn, to grow. How delightfully ravenous. I suppose you may be one of mine after all. Where are we? This is where minds take shape, from a collection of very colorful thoughts. Already you're being drawn beyond. You're about to take shape, little egg. This will put you beyond the reach of my voice, so remember this. The world beyond is yours, a buffet to satiate your hunger. Let no prey tell you otherwise. Now, awaken, little egg. Awaken, feast, and hatch. Hey, Subadoobies! So an interesting comparison between GRIME 1 and 2 is that in the first game, you're basically playing as, and I'm gonna keep it a little vague if anyone's like, well, I actually wanted to figure that out on my own. You're playing as basically a black hole that was prophesized to come and destroy the world. And you do not have a choice in that. You cannot complete the game without doing so. In this game, you actually get a lot of choices. I don't actually know if it matters what choices you make, but you can choose. Like you saw in the opening scene there, you have options, but doesn't seem like they make a difference, right? But the key difference is that in the first game, your head is a black hole with no mouth, so can't speak. In this game, you're made of goop, which is very interesting. A key comparison to the first game is that in the first game, I'm just gonna explain this before we move forward. In the first game, a valuable resource to all the creatures of the game is this white substance that they can use to make, like, to quote unquote improve their bodies with like a flesh-like consistency. And this is important because most of the people in the game are minerals given form and life by breath, which, let's just say that the way you interact with breath is that you kill enemies, they give you breath, which allows you to use the equivalent of an Estus flask. In this game, you're basically controlling a creature whose whole thing appears to be the same white goop. I don't know if that's related, but it's an interesting contrast. And there's breath, which again is used for your Estus flask. Like so. Gives regen, and you can get ways to make it instant healing instead. Ah, yes. Translated to Danish for me. I say, Crab Galaxy. Hope you're doing well. Shortcut back to here later. Up there, it'll probably tell me about the dash. Yes. We can't go through here because we do not have a weapon yet. And here comes the parry mechanic. And in the first game, you generally parry by just putting your head in front of the enemies. Like the animation was you just blocking them with that black hole. And if the enemy was weak enough, you just eat them. Otherwise, you damage them a bit. Or just parry them. In this game, you parry by putting out a goop hand in front of you. The skift is the Danish word for shift, and mellemrum is the Danish word for space. Loot! It's a weapon! We've acquired a weapon! Gain weapon charges by hitting enemies with the basic attack and then use that weapon charge with the special button. In the first game, you instead had a light attack and a heavy attack, and for a lot of weapons, the heavy attack was some sort of like you know, some like signature move. Like there were attacks that would like build a resource on the enemy and then use your special attack to spend it or something like that. In this game, they basically concluded that a lot of the time your builds, as far as I can understand anyway, that a lot of the builds would either just use the basic attack or just the special attack. So why not make it so that they have to coexist? You have to use one to use the other. That way it gives more like connection. Altså, yeah, that's also what I was like surprised by. It also has left click and right click here. You can see like that little blip down there over the weapon. That's the special attack resource. That's just a ball to practice on. I guess it is. Let me just check back here. Ooh. Yoink. Money! So, in the first game, I'm sorry for repeatedly going, in the game you didn't see, in the first game you basically used one resource for everything. You used it for leveling up, for paying for things, and so on. You couldn't lose that resource, unlike like Dark Souls, where if you die you drop your money. You dropped something else, but not something that you needed things for. In this game, there's a different currency for buying things, and then the resource that you use for leveling up is basically just added to your head, like to an XP bar on the bottom right. And these shards are what you use for paying for things. Say, Bread Bean Queen. Spinning axe, a special attack. It is very cool, but also interestingly, the maul axe, which is the weapon we have here, is the first weapon in the first game. It just does not have that cool of a special attack in the first game. Just a big overhead slam instead. And this was the shortcut we found earlier. You can see up there. And this is actually like, you know, a campsite. This is where you go to heal up, to level up, to respawn everything. We don't want to do that. We don't need that. But that's what we would use if we needed that. Keep mistiming it. Oh, whoops. There we go. It's very early for a first boss, so it kind of makes sense that it's pretty easy. And here's the Metroidvania angle. We learned an ability that will help us traverse, and it also helps us in combat. And this is middle mouse button. And you can then yoink things. Like so. And this is, of course, got to get combined with the other things. Oh, by the way, it doesn't really explain this to you super early, but one way to speed, like to move faster, is to like do this. This like slide run. In this, they call it a surrogate, these campsites. And in the bottom right, we can see we have enough XP for 1 level up. And just to go over this menu, because we'll probably forget to explain it later. When we've explored enough, we unlock the ability to teleport between all the campsites in a zone. And multiple zones. When we kill specific things, we basically unlock the ability to clone them. Just copy their signature move to throw at the enemy as an attack. And this is that menu. This is this menu. You can also unlock, like, consumables, but they all restock at campsites. And here's the level ups, and there are 5 stats, and let me, like, it says right there what they do, but let me explain it so that you don't have, like, maybe you're not, like reading it, or maybe the compression is really bad so you can't read it. This health does exactly what you think it does. You can see over there, putting 1 point in health gives me more health. Strength increases damage of strength scaling weapons. You can see the scaling of the weapon over there. It scales really well with strength, and then it also has a diverging scaling. You can see it gains a lot of damage from 1 strength point. Dexterity increases dexterity scaling weapons. Diverging both scales with diverging scaling weapons, but there are also traits and molds, and traits are this main menu here in the middle. It's like passive skills and such. It could be when you parry, you, I don't know, gain a hot dog. You get a thing. When you dash, something happens, especially if you dash while the enemy was gonna hit you, and things like that. And diverging may interact with such things. And you can see it scales half as well with that. And pliability both scales with some weapons and some traits, some molds, but its primary purpose is parry damage, where you can see it actually boosts that by quite a bit. Because parrying always does some damage. Maybe not a lot, but that comes with putting more points into it. Incidentally, weapons that have, like, playstyles that play more into the whole parrying thing has a tendency to scale with pliability as well, to, like, incentivize you to do that. And based on what I've seen, strength weapons tend to be, you know, big chunky sword. Dexterity weapons, there are actually a bunch of ranged weapons in the game, and they tend to scale with dexterity. Diverging, I feel like that's usually like just like a side dish. It tends to be a lot more focused on weapons and traits, and as I said, pliability tends to focus on weapons that focus on parrying. In my private save, I got a weapon that actually is like, it has some sort of synergy with parrying, and I believe it scaled with dexterity and pliability, which was really awkward because the other weapon I wanted to use, which was a ranged weapon, scaled with dexterity and diverging. So you can imagine some specific stats would get left in the dust. There's also something to be noted that weapons may have a minimum stat requirement, and this resource you use for respecking it comes up frequently enough that it will not be a problem. By the way, let me just move out of the way here for a second. It's a lot more obvious when you can see the icons of the stats, right? Like, purple over there. Blue, might be blue over there. Green, orange, red. Darn it. Red up there. And that's what I mean, you can't see the entire menu. There's a little bit too much screen space being used by the game. But for starters, I think we'll just put a point in health, because I don't even know what weapon we're gonna use. Like, we don't have anything, and it's not too expensive to change our minds, and we will not need any stat to begin. We'll just put some health. There is a stamina system, but it's we haven't unlocked it yet. Imagine that. Ow. I believe there's something up there. Exactly, Naomi. The reason we have a banner on 14 is because it's blocking the chat. Nothing there. There is also something we haven't quite been introduced to yet, but there are cases where you're basically using physics to hit enemies. Oh, right. Equipment. So, just to explain this a bit, there was something that I was really confused by. So, also a bit of a comparison again to the first game. In the first game, gear gave you like a stat multiplier. So like a gear piece might give you 5% more strength. So if you didn't already have strength, it didn't really do anything. Which meant that gear really early on didn't do anything in that regard. But if you had the whole set of a gear set equipped, it gave you some sort of effect. In this game, pieces instead give you straight stats just directly, but they can also be upgraded. So eventually this might give like 3 in pliability and diverging. For now it gives 1 in each. And its special ability, if you get the full set, is that it increases paint generated from attacks. That doesn't mean anything yet, because we don't actually have a way to use paint, but essentially the 2, 3, and 4 down there, if you're using copies of enemies for these abilities, they use paint as a resource. We actually, in the top left, under our health, there's like this white gauge, and this little white tablet. Thanks, game. Stuck on this sound. Some enemies have mold warts. I'll just explain it. Mold warts basically mean that if you grab them when they have that green blink, you can basically make a copy of them to use once, like so. And I imagine the intended behavior here was it was meant to get knocked into these spikes and die. But that's like some sort of combo situation. Kaboom! Did I actually check what was on the left here? Guys, we found something. It was hostile. It wanted death. And we found a spike. Whee! Oh. Okay. You know, I never tried swinging at those hands before. They just dodge. We found another piece of the set. If we can find a weapon that scales really well with diverging, then we're in business. See, this curled finger assimilated means that now at the, what was it called? The campsites, we can choose to have that specific summon that we've been allowed to play around with a bit to just use. Right, surrogate. We can just choose to use that for paint, of which you can see we have like one little blip of those. And now we have a new weapon. Knife hand. And the knife hand... Like, two things. It doesn't explain it in too much detail. The first thing is that the weapon charge is actually weapon specific. So when I switch to my other weapon, my axe keeps its charge. So I could go build it, switch to my other weapon, build that one, and, you know, burst one guy. But you can also see that the knife has 2 charges it can hold, where the axe can only hold 1. And it also has the perfect polar opposite scaling to the axe. For good or bad. Let's try that one for a bit. Can I actually get up there? I don't think I can. Not from this side. Oh! It's alive! You can learn from Sugar Ride how to summon monsters with paint. Ow. So when will I be able to summon a Yan? Now that's a fantastic question. And boom, we have the full set. Which gives us 2 in each of the non-main attack stats. So it doesn't matter whether we choose to use the axe or the knife hand. And we just found XP on the floor. Ilyashuki! Yeah. So this is like map sentries, you could say. That gradually enable you to more easily traverse the map. The first one actually gives you a map. The second one enables fast travel in the zone. And conveniently, we can see here, we were here earlier, saw the ladder, and couldn't do anything with it because it led to nowhere. Now it leads to somewhere. Now we can also more easily see if we missed something, but I believe that over there was like an impassable wall, so no point running back for that. You can see there's like two halves of the map that you have to keep track of. Wait, what did you slam into? Huh? Did you die from clipping your foot? Whoa! Ow. From clipping your foot on this? Okay. Go! I painted a pincushion. Take that! Aha! More secrets! However, there's no paint cushion. There's no way to get over there from here as far as I can see. This is useful for later. Maybe. Do the slide jumps work in Coyote? I get what you mean. I don't know, actually. It probably does. Ow. Stupid hands blocking my loot every time. You must parry me to get your loot that you deserve. I should get better at reflexively parrying those. Like that. Oh. That pin cushion was not alive. What do we have over here? The parry window is very forgiving. Hard to say. There are skills you can pick up that make them more forgiving. But I would say that, let me put it like this, Crab Galaxy. There is no blocking, and it is forgiving enough that you'd have to assume that it is, like, it's as forgiving as you'd assume a game that is like, you have to parry, will make it. It was actually something I remember back when GRIME 1 was new that some people complained about, that it was requiring too hard that you had to parry. I didn't think it was that bad. So we found a third weapon. A mace. Let's put it there. That's really slow. That's really slow. What's your ability? Size and power increases farther for each weapon charge held. Oh, we have the holy trinity of weapons. We have the bonk stick of justice. Ah! From what I can tell, it seems like the bonk stick is like flinching enemies a lot harder, so like you get more time for them where they're like recovering. Because that's the kind of problem you'd usually run into with a big smacker weapon. Oh, I forgot to loot the thing. It disappeared. The normal, the fast, and the hammer. Interestingly, in the first game, it was not knife hand. It was like dual daggers that you got, but it was basically the same order. So that you have something to pick from. And here's an example of a demonstration that you will either be back here later from the other side, which I find incredibly unlikely, or maybe we will. Or you will get some sort of ability to pick up that item in the spikes without stepping in the spikes. And I think that's a lot more likely because in the first game, a secret upgrade to this ability, which also exists in the first game, that you could only unlock by killing an optional boss, made it so that you could suck up items with it, which would be required to pick up this specific item. Put a little marker there, so we know for later that we forgot something, or that we couldn't pick something up. Ground dash, then immediately jump to move faster. They tell us that now? Cool, thanks. And now we have some upgrades. Because we can equip these. And these, as you can see, also have a scaling modifier, and they scale with specific stats. And you can see both of them scale with diverging. But then one scales with, like, a little bit with dexterity and one scales a little bit with strength. So you may have a preference to, like, optimize those. For now, I'm thinking more health. So that we have more time to find a cool weapon. Or at least choose. Because what I'm likely to do is that I'll just pick the safest weapon, like the knife, and then just not give anything else a chance. But like, I don't even think I used the mace when I played alone. I was like, no, that's too slow. That won't work. But maybe we'll try it. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll be good. We found money. Sorry, we found experience. It's not the same. Breaking a breath ward stuns the enemy, letting you grasp them. Grasp to absorb their breath and gain a health charge. Let me just check something on this prey chart. I think we missed one of these as a result of me just smacking it too hard. It'll probably be fine. It'll probably be fine. But now, this is a boss. I don't know why we're helping it out, but I guess we are. Something to yoink. Oh, hi. Smack your fingers. Take that. I should have used the other one. I think. Oh, she's upside down now! Oh no! Blech. Let it be known that I think it took me 30 minutes or more the first time. And I'm pretty sure I survived the first go at this boss, like when I finally beat it, with like so little health that the reason I stepped away here is because I never figured out if the explosion of the boss dying did damage. And I could not survive if it did. So this is an incredible improvement. So this is the stamina system, quote unquote. The way that it works, as it explains here, and I'm in the way, is that force, as it was also called in the first one, regenerates slowly when, as you're like using it. And you basically need over a certain amount for it to boost your attacks. So they really want you to like think about when you attack. You get a huge damage boost for using your attack at the right time, which actually synergizes really well with slow weapons. Like faster weapons use less force, so they can they can get more hits out of the same amount of bar, but it does mean that being smart about when you choose to attack helps a lot. And also helps that that you can still attack if your resource is empty. Also dodging costs, so that can also be a problem. And also see here, the damage difference. And it still counts as long as you started the attack with enough stamina. So you can see here, like, I drop below the threshold with this attack, but it still gets full value. And most importantly, special attacks also get the boost. So by actually taking your time to think about when you're attacking is really good. And you can also use the basic attacks to build so you can spend on the special attack and then just swing away when you're not using an attack that matters. There's a lot there. But hilariously, you cannot put points into a stat that increases your force cap. I found a random item once or twice that was like, you have 1 point more maximum force. Which is like, so little that you look at it like, you serious? Get out so I can defeat you honorably. That's a respect pearl, which actually makes sense to give us now that we have a reason to maybe want to do that. And this is where we fell down earlier. Because now that we know that this force mechanic is in the game, we might go, oh, well, in that case, I don't want to go with, like, a dexterity build to hit super fast, because it doesn't work like that. One point more force? Exactly. It might make a difference if it leads you to have, you know, exactly the amount you need. Did that enemy just disappear? It just went like, I'm gonna head out. I'm just gonna leave. I know for a fact that's an enemy. Now we have fast travel. Okay, bye. I'm just gonna check something real quick. Can I cancel? Oh, that's pretty awesome. I didn't even realize that before. I can cancel out of an attack at any moment to parry. That's pretty huge. And that's a huge boon for slow weapons, because you don't actually commit to an attack. You can just go, oh, never mind, if the enemy swings back. The only time it's a problem is never mind. You can just always cancel out. Fantastic. We found goop. And we found limited projectiles. These don't spend paint. Exodi! These don't spend paint, but they're like, you know, you only have a certain amount per checkpoint, but they refill at every checkpoint so that you can use them as you please. You won't run out. And now, because we assimilated 3 things, we can see the passive system, but we don't actually have any hunt points, which is also from the first game. You defeat specific types of enemies, and they give you hunt points as like a special reward. And just to give some inspirations of what could be here. It could be way more complicated than that. But one is you get force when you parry. One is you get force when you spend paint to like summon a monster. You know, when we go Sugar Riot on the enemies, we get some force. Or we get force when we dash through an attack. And each of these lead to some sort of like they branch to other passives that synergize with each their unique effect. Well, I just want to check something here. Pretty good. Pretty good. It could try and focus on some things that like strength and pliability. That could be really fun. The mace does that. Let's get some more health to start though. Having enough health that you can reliably spend a full heal without being in life-threatening danger is pretty solid. Oh, another one of those. Cool. Oh, relative family. What a lovely shape you have taken. We are jealous. Aid us in becoming as you have. We require a reference. Why a reference? Paint has no meaning until it is stroked and smeared and spread. I cannot become without a reference. I have no purpose without becoming. Out of my way, soup! Yeah, exactly, Lollipop. They're looking for a job. What reference do you want? Yes, we desire to become that which one takes with them everywhere. Like a best friend, a cherished partner. Give us a weapon. One you would have discarded. One you would never have used. All art can be improved. The touch of our fingers will discover its potential. And our own. For art and paint, we become together. Choose a weapon to give. Whoa. And considering you can only hold 2 weapons at a time, it makes sense you of course just hand it the weapon you're not using. But you might not have, dedicated yourself to any yet. We're gonna give him the maul axe because we don't have that equipped. Yes, well balanced, versatile, and such a lovely design. Relative of ours, for you to abandon such a piece, it is very shameful. Jealousy will be turned towards us once we unfurl the... Oh, it has already been touched by another, the Savior. Ah, supreme artistry. We submit. Behold! Betrayal! Hey, we got our weapon back! And a hunt pigment! Which is what we needed for the passive traits. Also, first time I fought that guy, I also died like 5 times. Let's go with the parry version. I think that'll work better with our slow weapon. And it also motivates me to parry better. On a different note, I'm wondering if I missed out on something there. Let me just run back and check. Always that same stupid question. You're not tired of making the same art over and over again? Words uttered by smug, fickle artists who do not know true love. For when you love something, you never tire of it. You keep discovering it anew and fall in love with it again. For, as I watch my fingers spread, then clenched into a fist, I see endless gestures, shapes, potential, all hidden away in this divine design. This puzzle box, simple, yet brilliantly complex. Okay. Cool, man. Sure. Have we just been defeated by 2 paths forward? No, wait. We have been defeated by wall that is an inch too tall. Can I not put markers down because I've not explored the area? What's going on here? Or has my markers just bugged out? Uh-oh. My markers! Oh no! That's not good! Why does this always happen to me? I was using those! Wait, now I'm very confused. Did we actually pick the right one? I don't think we did. Feels like the map bugged out on me there. Then it showed me where I actually was. Let's see. We were there. We wanted to go here. Let me see if I can put down my marker again now. Nope. Guess we're rolling without markers, guys. The game has decided our fate and said no. Never mind. Somehow we have markers again now. Guys, I fixed it. Somehow. It just works. I don't know what's here. I didn't even use that for the fight. Throwing thumbs. Ah, yes, my favorite type of weapon. Throwing thumbs. They're actually really handy when you're like, if you're really low health and scared of dying. Like they can do a lot of damage without risking anything. Surprise! It's actually pretty nice. The jump attack is a lot faster on this one. Can help a lot. Man, the flinching from the damage, the weight of the weapon is nice. It's actually crazy useful. Hello? Ah, yes. This is my spike room, everybody. What do I use it for? It's just where I keep my spikes. Where do you keep your spikes? Can we not go back up? We cannot go back up. Splat. Aha! Well, we can still not get up there. Prefer to keep my spikes all over the place, add a little sense of danger to every situation. Oh, that's smart. Now you can trick them. People see like a bunch of spikes over there and they're like, ah, that's the spike room, and then they back up right into another spike. Let me just check over here. No! Come back! Up! Very effective. Give you the tool to defeat one enemy. They dropped money. Oh. Thankfully, as a Celeste player, spikes can't hurt me without my consent. Wait, it works like that? That's really useful. Just say no to getting spiked. Oh, you're too heavy to get spiked, huh? Oh, Bob says my spikes are yard decorations? Aha! Can I... Nope. Yeah. This way. What a strategy! Camp on the ledge, so the only way past is killing you. Wow! Hey! We finished a thing! A list of ways to not consent to spikes. Move away from them. Have your toes not in them. Have them move in... Wait, what? Have them move into you? Have something push you into... Wait. Have to keep them on their toes, I suppose, on their fingers. They do have a lot of hands, don't they? Yoink! Grabbing loot from the background? That's a big door! Anybody home? It's really goopy in here. Is that a hand serpent? Here comes the hand serpent! Speaking of keeping them on their fingers. Dude in the background. Hello? Oh, you're hostile! Ow. I smack you! I brought my bonking stick for a reason. Take this! No, don't fall so dramatically back. It makes it really hard to do the follow-up hit when you do that. It's really annoying. Can you not do that? Hello? See, I was going this path because I suspected that there would be another, like, dead end. But apparently, there's a checkpoint! Hey! So our options now, just to recap, is we can kick enemies away from us, we can throw them up in the air, and we can also just place a spike. That's our special spell toolkit. Let's go with a little more health. I'm not here memeing. It would be really funny to go to the very last area in the game like, oh yeah, let's get some more health and like have like 50 points in health. But there are diminishing returns. And there is a point where health isn't that helpful, I think. But right now, it's probably pretty nice. We also have the option to respec. So we can always rejig all that health later. Hand! Hand! I didn't even realize that that meant secrets. Thanks, hand. Gave me a hand. Man, heavy weapons are fun. No, you don't get to attack. Only me. Just play the game normally and then before the final boss respec everything into health. You know, it also helps a lot with the whole force system when you can just smack the enemy back and then it gives you enough downtime between the swings to fully recover so you can smack them one more time. Like that's incredibly overpowered in a way. It becomes a problem the moment that my weapon doesn't have enough power behind it to actually knock enemies back. Thanks for that, game. Like, there will probably be a point where we don't hit hard enough to do that, and we have to invest in strength. Danger ahead! Stop. Why do you look like a quest giver? Hello! Ha! Well, look at you. A real piece of work. I dare say you're the most proper smithed around here. A quaint thing among us. Pitiful half-maids, huh? Quick thing. I can't remember if it was also called smithed in the first game, but in the first game there was also some sort of like... hostility in which the people with the better sculpted bodies were like the upper class, and the ones that didn't have that were the lower class, and the upper class had to like make themselves worthy of that. So whenever they met your character, they were very hostile because they didn't think that like you had earned how amazing your body looked. Because you just looked normal. Well, that's the content. Like that's a little bit of a callback in a way. Oh, forgive my bad manners. I would stand and offer your pristine figure a most gracious bow, but you see, my limbs, they've gone quite breathless. Darn things are practically worthless now. May as well hand them over to the faceless for some scraps of breath. Maybe gain a few more shifts of clarity. Where are we? What a fine question. Where are we indeed? I remember a beautiful glimmering castle, high up, filled with the most lovely works of art. But where is it now? It was just here, wasn't it? Did you see it? I just got here. Of course. How puzzling. What is breathless? To ask such a question. Truly, you must either mock me or have lived a most sheltered existence. To lose all breath and become breathless is to become no different from the very ground. It is what I will soon be. Just another hole-riddled statue, decorating the scenery. Who are you? Who knows anymore? Perhaps I washed up here from Starmire, or when Palladium fell. Did it fall? Forgive me. My memory, it's not what it used to be. The rusting mud is weak here. It merely suckles at our breath, but left in it for as long as we have, and... well, an existence such as the one I had, it is probably best to forget all about it anyway. I tire of this. Food shouldn't talk this much. Would you like me to remember you? I will not last much longer. Any kindness is wasted on me now. Besides, what is there to remember? I myself barely managed to, and we just met. Your surprise when I consume you. This moment. So even an ugly work, a half-made one, can be worthy of a memory, like any other piece of art? Yes, I would like that. Better than just fade into the sludge. Better than to be forgotten. And then you eat him. Hey, 100 XP. Fantastic. Elevator's inactive. It's an elevator. Hey, Marita, hope you're doing well, and thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that. It's awesome. At least they didn't turn the elevator into a delevator. Oh, wait. Hand of Secrets? Hand of Secrets? More XP. Hey. There's actually a lot of points in the game that I've seen so far where there's like... basically, as you noticed, there's like a neutral or a questioning response. There's a perfectly normal response, like an actually helpful and friendly response, and then there's like this like murderous response that you can pick, and it's always there. We haven't quite gotten to that yet, but there are also points where arguably I would say almost the game forces you to pick a specific response. Or rather, it lets you pick, and then if you pick a specific type of response too much, it'll force you to pick the other one. Or something to that effect. Fine, good job. You have me surrounded. Now what? Cracks, broken, pain. Haha, well, look, well done on lumbering all the way over here to introduce yourselves. But I would appreciate even more if you could just lumber right back into the rusting mud. And die in it. Give breath. Breath. Breath? What breath? You chased me down here just fine, so you're not blind. Can't you see I ain't got no frail damned alveoli on me? Your breath. My breath? Ugh. Don't you know used breath is bad for you? Makes you all crazy. Wouldn't you rather be just pathetic and ugly? Why add crazy to the already disgusting mix? Painful to move. Cracks. Breath fix. You don't say. You there. Thank Mara. Don't move. Stay right there. Yes, perfect. Hey, look over there. Someone that isn't slightly out of reach. Breath. Thank you very much, stranger. Mara's blessing on you and all that. Guys, I think we've been bamboozled. Ha! Rage attacks are unparryable. Deal heavy damage and make the enemy harder to interrupt. What? Rage attack? Shove? Oh, that one. Take this! Oh, funny little thing here. Those little white gloopy gloops there. A little bit of a callback to the first game. When you're nearing something like a checkpoint or one of those like sentry points, they use those to like say, important thing over there. You probably want to check that thing over there. Fatal danger ahead. Stop. But it says important thing. Look. Anyway, let's just go back. We tunnel visioned a little bit in that direction. Ow. What? Hey! This Daniel says, strictly speaking, should it only be an elevator when it's going up? I get... That's a good point. That's a good point. Pardon me! Excuse me! I am stuck! Hello? Loot in the background. Yoink. Will you also fight me now? Is this an elevator? Does this count as an elevator? I may have come here too early. I cannot pick that item up. Boss? Ah! Hey, I'm taking this. Whoa, armor set. Ow. The amount of damage those attacks do tell me that I'm way out of my league. But we got him! Let's see, what's this armor set? Oh. That's, what? Cool set bonus, guys! Epic! You serious? Apparently the set bonus was so scary that the YouTube stream crashed for a second. Do we have anything to heal us with? Do we have any items that do anything? I don't think we do. You don't have to run the full set, right? If the stat spread is good, then mixing can be beneficial. Yeah, but set bonuses are usually better. But yeah, it's true. You could mix and match to get something else. The thing is, this armor set gives a total of 3 stat points. The one we have already gives a combined 4. And a set bonus. It could work! Yeah. But in this case, I think we've just been bamboozled. It's a lot scarier to traverse this place with exactly enough health for 1 hit. Anyway, we weren't finished exploring. Oh boy. That's gonna be hard. Oops. They're covering each other, so I can't do it. Give me the loot. Oh. It's a journey from the other side there. And apparently this isn't even Mudfalls anymore. As you can see, the map just stops. We explored so far that we exited the zone we basically just arrived in. Now, with 10 HP and a dream, can we make it to a new campsite? No, but what we can do is we can find a free heal. Fantastic. Yum. Oh.
Both.
Stop right there, Smith.
Ledene.
Not a step closer. We talk from this distance. Got it? Sure.
Jeshne.
Good. You're not too adult to understand a threat. A rare treat in these parts.
Sonoke.
Then you were more than capable of understanding my warning signs on the way here. So, I mean, maybe I don't. I might speak English, but not read English. So, seeing as how you've ignored them, what is it exactly that you're doing out here? Not just anyone could break through my barrier. I don't know. Ah, you just happen to be traveling through an area crawling with dangerous half-mates, and you won't even bother with a better excuse? Fine, have it your way. Now, let's have a closer look at you. Huh, now that I have a better look, you don't look all that bad. Well made even. Nice looking arms, fairly proportional overall. Clearly, someone knew what they were doing when they made you. A good artist isn't something most Smiths were fortunate enough to have. So, definitely not just another poor, helpless Smith, discarded like those half-mates. No, you were sent here, weren't you? What are you talking about? Ow. Somehow we were fully healed. We only had 90 health before this. I've had quite enough games from you.
Lahav.
Who sent you? Are you a follower of Lahav? Chamay?
Yeah, that.
Or is that rusting frail? Yeah, that. Yahoo? Which is the good one? Funny. Look, I'm getting real tired of this performance, Smith. You know, something is off about you. Off in a very familiar way. The bad kind of familiar. So you have one last chance. I want you to think very, very carefully about the next answer you give me. What do you know about Goel? Funny how two of the options are pretty aggressive. I was just born.
Shalom.
Mansil, what is taking so long? Oh, Muck, it's you. That's.
Krope.
I gather you know each other?
Beanie Man.
Oh, for sure. We're big old friends, both of us, right? Yes. Friends.
Sorry then.
See, Mansil? No reason to be so harsh on them.
Jeshne.
The truth.
Genuine.
Alright, fine. So maybe I took a little advantage of them. When I was surrounded by a bunch of half-mates, you left them to deal with your ambush?
Fina.
I guess. So anyway, maybe I owe this one a bit of favor or something for involuntarily helping me out.
Hello then.
Not vaporizing them for trespassing will probably suffice. I believe I have a better idea. Smith, you and I, we're going to make a deal. Mutually beneficial, don't worry. Come inside. I won't cause you further harm, now that I know you're a verse friend. And a potentially useful one at that. I'm just a little guy. Yeah, exactly. I don't know anything. Why are you suspecting me of being a big old meanie? I can't do anything. I'm just a big old guy with a big hammer. Well then, let's start this over. I am Mansil. This is my house. Ver and the others here work for me.
Simonate.
And if you prove yourself, so will you.
School.
Now, before all that, let's assume I believe you. That you really have no idea what or where you are.
Advantage.
Perhaps you were both made and discarded all at once by a skilled but particularly cruel creator.
Wise.
If true, then you were taught nothing. You must feel very confused. Lost even. I can help you with that. Give you answers. A home. A goal. Purpose.
Must do.
Isn't that what you want? You want this over with? I think so.
Sinala.
Indeed, and who wouldn't want that? Nothing grounds a newly crafted smith quite like discovering your purpose.
Simonate.
Oh, well, having another discover it for you, I suppose. So do you accept? What will I have to do in return? Go on a little trip. Deliver a little something. You seem capable enough. It's nothing worth worrying about. So do you accept? Yes.
Sinala.
Splendid. Let me just... there. By the way, notice that there's like some of the options have a black dot. Hasn't quite come up yet, but the black dot usually are associated with the ones that go kill them or skip the cutscene. Say, Nicholas, hope you're doing well. What was that? Unimportant. Now let's talk about your task. I need you to reach the town of Kankan. It is to the far right. I like how they don't use cardinal direction. They're just like, it's that way. It's to the right on the screen. You know. Once there, you will find a friend of mine, the town's breathsmith. Give him this. And that's it. A reasonably simple test, especially for someone like you. I can tell. Complete this delivery, and I will consider you qualified to join us. I will tell you everything you need to know. Until then, use the basement behind me as your room. This is your new home now. Go on. Make yourself comfortable. And you can't leave before you do, by the way. There's a lot of hands. Flat. Oh, that's actually really handy. These ones, you can see the cost is half a pip of paint instead of a whole one. So we could use this more frequently, and can be used to like just like stop someone, because it's it does enough damage to interrupt. I think we're taking more health, guys. I haven't quite seen a weapon. I haven't quite seen enough to want to put into damage. Oh, whoops. It's a striking dummy. To practice whatever weapon you pick up if you want. Hope it's cozy enough for you. I suggest you go acquaint yourself with everyone. See how they can help you. When you're done, see Ver on the top floor. They'll point you in the right direction to begin.
School.
Off you go now. Okay. Wow, Sip, it looks so good. Thanks, Sip. Couldn't have done it without you. No way, Sip. You're so awesome. I knew you could. Ha! You must be joking, Sip. I just did what you told me. You were the one with the vision. Sip, vision alone isn't enough to make anything. You need a Sip like you to put it in the real work. Continue listening. No way, Zip! Anyone can do the work. Vision is rare. No chance, Zip. Anyone can have any stupid vision they think is grand, but it is usually grandly stupid. I want you guys to pay attention to the fact that like doing a more and more extremely exaggerated pose as they one-up each other. Fine, Sip, but this just proves my point. Your vision is grand, not stupid at all like most Smiths. Fine, sure, Sip, whatever, but then you will need to agree that not just anyone could do the work to make that vision a reality. Okay, Sip, thanks. I appreciate it. Don't mention it, Sip. I appreciate you too. Hey, who's that? Hey, who are you? The Smith, I guess. Oh, that's true, you are. So we. Kind of. Well, that makes you a Sip, I think. Oh, wait, I heard Ver yelling that there's someone new. Oh, nice to meet you, new Sip. it's been a while. You're going to do that delivery thing Mansell has been needing for a while. Why didn't they just ask us to do it then? Because we totally suck at fighting, and that delivery is gonna be super dangerous. Oh yeah, but we can still help, right? But sure. Hey, new Sip, we've got something for you. You can use it to temporarily strengthen your weapon. Sorry, Sip, that's all we can do for now. We are missing some materials. Thank you. Sure, don't mention it. Just stay solid out there. We've had enough broken Sips. Stay solid, new Sip. Come back any color. Stadia says, are the voice lines just nonsense, or am I just an uncultured American and I don't recognize it? Oh, it is nonsense. But I'm pretty sure there's there's a consistency to it, but it is nonsense. They're not speaking a specific language. You got this. Sharpening weave. Show the part you found. Woo, I think I know what this is. The body of a dropout. Dropouts make item deliveries from Kankan. Wow, neat. I even heard it's another inked like us that's making them. Our Sips are all so talented, right, Sip? Yeah, so talented, but no Wendy is talented as you, Sip. Oh boy. Oh, come on, Sip. I couldn't possibly make something like these dropouts. You can, you just never try to, because all your designs are so much better than a dumb, silly-looking, walking pot vase thing. I don't think I can even remove the breath seal from the cork to open it, Sip. You definitely can. It won't even take you a single color. Yes, I can open it, Sip. In a single color. In less than a color. Watch this, Sip. Boom. Didn't we order a delivery from Kankan? Oh, this robot was probably for us. How impressive it is that it made it all the way from Kankan over here. Yes, yeah, these dropouts are the best. We can now make some more stuff for you. Don't forget to bring some atrium. Breath weaving needs breath. Great. And here we can buy other, finite use skills per rest. And interestingly, many of these match items that were pick up and, you spend it, it's gone in the first game. Yeah, they're pretty amazing, right? By the way, you see how there's this ink coming up, this is a horizontal eye and this is a vertical eye. Yeah, they are the ink in the vase. And then they just control the body as a result. Pretty interesting. And now there's this guy to balance things out. Bensil sent me to talk to you. I was told to speak with everyone here. Silence. Patience. Fine. There, I will stop here. The Stoneborn of your world speak far too much and listen far too little. Stoneborn. Perhaps Clayborn is more suitable a term. Hey, Jack. I'm musing for another time. What is it the fallen first wishes of me? I was told to meet everyone in the house. And see how we could be of service with whatever task we're given, yes? Very well. It is simple. I can enhance and improve any weapon or gear you bring me. Though, through my hands, even the most brittle of twigs shall possess powerful forms. That is all you need to know. Okay. I have not completed the game. But we have not reached the point I have reached privately, Shaq. Can you create new weapons? No. This is actually pretty interesting. Because the other guys sell you new stuff. This guy distinctly does not sell you anything new because no, there are enough in the world who seek to create something entirely new, all of their own. And too few who do not mind sharing the credit to collaborate on a work in order to elevate it. Indeed, I draw far greater satisfaction from immersing myself in the work of others. There is something about trying to figure out their vision and then taking part in its completion. Though this notion is inconceivable for many here, self-centered fools that they are. So for that reason, he does not sell you anything. He only upgrades because he doesn't want to. You have some options here. So, on my private playthrough, I focused on things like knife hand and throwing thumbs, like dexterity weapons. So maybe we'll try to go the big chunker man style and just focus on this. We don't actually have the items to upgrade armor yet, but as you check that out. Actually, it's a little hard to check it out because you're in the way. Upgrading an armor piece basically just adds the stats that it gives you again to the armor piece. So just double its efficiency or triple it, the second time, 50% more the second time you do it. It's pretty huge. Meanwhile, there's like a 10% damage boost to upgrade a weapon. Let's upgrade Hammerman. We can actually upgrade Hammerman twice. Now we have the big bonker. And we don't need anything else because we can just smack things. It was very cheap to do it, so we could actually buy some stuff from Sip and Sip. What's that? I can't reach it, but there's something there. Let's check out Sip and Sip. So what were you selling? Shanora. The reason why I explained to you the ink thing is because they basically explain that in very excruciating detail here. It's a long conversation. Among these, I will not use that. That seems too difficult to use. I think the thing we just unlocked, the guy that just drops in front of us, already primes enemies, so we don't need that. It seems it's unnecessary. This could be handy, but you have to stay in the field. But the full upgraded version could be pretty amazing. But if I understand correctly, we would need to pick up a lot of them for that to happen. I think. This could be handy, but I feel like I just won't pay enough attention to force for this to actually be helpful. But this, let's buy this. Give me that. Give me another one. Just max. Give me all of those. And then we save the rest for later. And then we should probably equip it. I'm pleasantly surprised you decided to play along out there with that almost fatal entanglement with Mansil. I have expected you to whine about silly past grievances or something. I don't care. It was a smart thing to do. Exactly. Keep up that attitude and we'll have no problems. Onwards to far more important matters. Work. Your work. Reaching Kankan for this delivery of yours is going to definitely involve some action. Mansil seems confident in your brawny skills, but I thought you should know either way. This trip could take you a few shifts and leave you so damaged you'd be starving for breath. What is a shift? Ah, yes, I was told you're about as lost and confused as a freshly made smith. That's going to be the other thing I'll help you with. Information. If there's anything you don't understand, just go ahead and ask me about it. It's going to be one of those rare instances where I'm forced to accept that there are no stupid questions. Now, before I hear any stupid questions, let me make this next part absolutely clear. You should take the path over here to the right and upwards. Do not take the lower path through underheads like a rusted moron. Good? Good. Hurry up now. I have other things to get back to. You didn't answer any of my questions. No, but I did. No, if you don't like my answers so much, you could always just stop asking. What is a shift? Nah, it's a time scale, not really important for you to know. Okay then. Right, I'll be right back, and then we'll keep going a bit more. In the meantime, I'm not here. We don't have map warp. Did we miss it? Or is it further ahead? That's what I'm wondering, because I would rather go back. Like, we missed quite a bit. Because I went a little bit this way, and then I was like, wait a minute, we didn't check the other path, and then we just kept going. We missed this, we missed that. We didn't really check this. There was loot to be had. Huh? Oh, also a little side note is that Ver is like, go up and right. Down and right is bad. There's loot and upgrades to be had in down and right. So if you were to choose to play the game on your own and you follow her advice, you're gonna miss out on things. I highly recommend taking both paths eventually. But I do believe the south path, or the lower path, is harder. So it might make sense to go north or up first. Aha. Well, that was not very efficient. Oh, right. That was an option. Oh, spooky. I didn't even realize it was an enemy. Come down here. Uh-oh. I feel like I walked into a trap. Overgrown blob. Nice. Overgrown blob get. We acquired the blob, and we got area warp. Now we can go back. Once we find hands. Yeah. I don't even know what I grabbed there, but apparently didn't help me much. I just frantically pulled at a thing. Don't wait long enough, so I don't get the force to hit hard. That's not smart. I'm doing the bad. Oh, we're back here. Is this a dead end? Nope. And the sentry is over here, so we should go back and explore that path. Okay, I'll go the long way around. Oh boy. Can I? Thank you. Good thing we went back. That was just XP. Hey Lex, hope you're doing well. Some smiths look at us with pity for our feeble bodies, but the faceless, they hate us for it. Run away, the faceless will take what little you have left, and then laugh. Okay. Sounds like cool people. Yeah. You know, every time I do something awesome like that, and just managing to use a random thing I picked up to counter with, it feels like entirely random. Ow. There was money in the spikes, guys. It made sense for me to take that damage. Totally. I needed it. You understand? Wait, is there nothing here? What a cool place. There's something up there. I just can't reach it. Faceless mountain. Rise mountain. Hello? You Smith, please, a word, I beg of you. Okay. Thank you. It's hard to speak. So little breath, too little to think. Listen. Yes, I lowly have made want to ask you a favor. My friends, other half-formed, they were thrown down there after the Faceless finished with them. They fused, desperate for the little breath each of them had left. They are in pain. Please go down here. Destroy what is left of my friends. No, I feel like... you know, I said earlier that there's like sometimes like a black dot for it. I guess I misunderstood that, but you may notice that there's getting a more and more aggressive side option here, and it's taking up all of my options. Refuse to eat. No. Please. I said refuse to eat. Something else said, nah, actually. Don't care. We're eating. Oh, look, XP. Yoink. More XP. Yoink. We have whole 2 levels to turn in. It's been so long since we've seen a checkpoint. It's gonna really suck if we die. That's an interesting creature. Ow. Bro! We might die here. This might work. I didn't mean to do that. Ah! I stun-locked myself. I stun-locked myself and died for it. That was the first death. Do we go health? Or do we finally go damage? It's actually a pretty huge amount of damage. I think the damage might help more. Let's go with the damage. We can do this. And then we have another hunt point. But power though. Strong. Let's get some more of that. Actually, just check what else we have. Oh yeah, dash recovery is really nice. Less time between, but it's a little too far away for now. Let's start with this. Just never get hit, or if enemies are dead, you will never need health. That is true. Maybe we can get so much damage that we can stun lock the enemies. We want this on our list. And considering we're going strength, it probably makes sense to put some strength guys on this. Put this one on there. Please swap those. There you go. Now, it's a really long way back, guys. Here we go. Are you ready? The speed run. Hey Rust, hope you're doing well. I'm here seeing hands, but I'm not seeing any secrets. Let me just check something over here. Guys, I figured out why. I found out why there was such a long distance from the last checkpoint. It's because it was right there. Surprise! Oh, very nice, by the way. Before these guys took exactly, like just barely more than one hit, now we can one-shot them. Very handy. Now, time for the rematch. It's a little difficult to find the timing on that move. Wasn't there another guy? Did I kill that already? Oh, you do. You take 2. Apparently. Wham! Wham! Oh. Man. Aha, my trap. Boss takes 2 steps back and dodges it. I almost had him, and then I'd made too many mistakes. Back we go again. Trying to figure out how to parry those attacks. I'd rather do that than just run away each time it's used. Oh boy, YouTube, you're being really, really annoying today. At least I can just pause. And that not be parried. Trying to figure out what the parry timing is. It's better to do that immediately. But I think I'll just have to dodge those and move on. just barely didn't dodge it. How did they not hit? Oh! He cleared them for me. Cool. Was that a perfect? Imagine all you had to do was stop trying to parry and just move, mate. Just stop getting hit. Very nice. Stood the mechanic to deal damage, a true black mage player even in other games. Yeah. To be fair, I was standing in it to click parry, and then I'm just bad at the timing. And the damage of the attack was too much to just tank it, as it turns out. But hey, we got a level up! Do we go more damage? do we go full meme damage? Full dablage? Do we get more health? We actually have a lot of health. How about you go more dablage? Because dablage funny. However, how about we switch over to like this? Casting a creature mode gives immunity for 0.2 seconds. But power though, yeah, exactly. But damage. Have you heard of damage? There we go. I want this, so we can dodge more frequently. Also, there's this, if you're really good at parrying. Parry is now much harder to land, but deals more damage. Could be really good if you're epic enough. But as I understand... Oh. Only that's a path later. The guy that was over here, that was what we were asked to kill. If you notice, that guy, that boss was made of smaller guys, just merged together. So we did the thing. We were the good boy. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but I think we can't reach this loot. Walls with spikes on them. Ow. Epic. Cool. There was a thing on the right. Let's do that again. That seemed like a come from the other way check. That could also be the case. But the fact we could come from this side also tells me it's possible. There might be a way to, like, jump up, like, high or something that we unlock later. It's also possible to come from the other side. Let's see. We'll get loot in the background. Yoink. And this, there is a wall climb thing that we unlock later. It's like, but it's a while later. Ow. That will be useful to reach that bit over there. Yay! I'm amazed I didn't get hit there. Fall into an ambush. Just panic flail at the enemies. Anyway. Think we're back? I bonk you. Right, that's where we fell through. I didn't even pay attention to the fact that I was going over such a thing. Was there anything up here? No, it was just a thing. If the guy was standing on this, we could make him fall down. Was there anything else down this way? There was a way to fall in deeper. Let's just check that out before we move on. What's this? It's a new piece of armor. What does it do? Force dash trait enhanced. That's this. That could be big. Can we come back? Can we go back up again? No, we have to go all we have to go the long way around. Right, that was a wall. Well, I wanted that piece. when I was playing it, when I was playing on my own, I found the rest of that gear set, and then I looked up where to get the last piece, because I apparently missed that specific piece. By choosing to not fall in the very clear trap hole. So anyways, make sure to check all the possible things you can fall for, just in case there's loot to be had. You know. Oh, you don't want to do that. Backstep off the cliff. Is there anything down there? Don't think there is. That's where we came from. Do you? Oh, you're a violent one, aren't you, Smith? What's that in your hand? You're holding on to a twig? Using it for the challenge too? Or you need like a cripple needs the crutch? You mean my weapon? Call it a weapon if you like, but it's still a twig. It's one tool out of many. The only thing a twig is good for is being a handicap. You don't use it. You don't use it to win. Use it to make winning harder. That's the fun. Ah, you're dumb and boring. Let's wrestle already. Uh-oh. What? Huh? The timing on that one is really hard. Yeah. Hey, new passive point. Woohoo! We did it! We've run out of tea, so we must rely on the space mug again. How deliciously crunchy they were. Indeed. There's something here. Hey! A trap! Maybe it's good. Spike ball! Surprise! I had a feeling that did look like a trap, didn't it? Oh no, my special trap hole I keep my loot in. Right? There's something funny about how frequently you find like a hole you could fall into, and the correct answer is just let it happen. If there's not spikes right at the top of it, just fall in. There's good things in your future if you do. Just go for it, man. My loot is falling down to me. A tuning bow. The first piece of equipment that requires specific stats. Basic attacks apply a stack of attunement on enemies hit. Attunement increases damage dealt by formless trait abilities such as parry and bursting dash. Special attack applies a greater amount of attunement. Yeah, this is kind of what I mentioned earlier, that in the first game there are some weapons that basically, like, their basic attack is used to, like, power some sort of feature that is meant to, like, support something else. It's a pretty good example of that. Now, more importantly... Now, we could put that point in to unlock that bow. Or... we could get more strength. And better dashes. And we unlock this. You know what? We're kind of low on strength scaling, guys, but I think this is better than that parry guy that I keep wasting anyway. We'll be back here later. We'll call it a draw! Let's go back there and let's just see what now? What does it look like? Well, we got the loot, I guess. I don't know if we missed out on XP or something, but go! Hold up! Why would I want to skip this? It's loot to be had. Yeah. Right, another piece of that set we found. It's not particularly helpful for what we're trying to do. It doesn't give any strength or anything. Where are we now? Die! What are you doing up there? They're doing the classic old, but they don't notice me. just act like I'm not here, and maybe I'll get away with it. Oh, loot in the background. Wham! Oh. Okay. Guys, I think this strength idea is really working out for us. What are you? Go! No! Violence! Damage! What? Okay. Loot? What are you? Spike ball! We have acquired more spike ball. Ah. And what's this? Homing droplet. And this guy. These guys. Oh, that's a little scary. Die! Go! That's pretty... two enemies that were pretty scary to fight at the same time. It still worked out. I guess that was the way we were supposed to go, and we just went this sneak path instead. The last piece of the gear set. Fantastic. It doesn't really help us, as I said. I think paint generation is better, and I was actually thinking of switching back to parrying, but I don't actually know. It's not working out whenever I try it. Aha! We have found the way back. Actually, hold. If we die, I'd rather respawn over here. And also, more importantly, there's more damage to be had, guys. We could do damage. We could be doing dabblage. A lot of dabblage. And all we need is enough dabblage to one-shot things, and then it'll be great. Battle me. My turn! What's this? Faceless spear. That's also a dexterity weapon. Now, if we had been focused on pliability, the parry stat, we might have been cooking, but we're not. Whee. Go! That's actually a lot of damage. Smack! Ow. Didn't expect that one, did ya? The heavy slam from max range? No one expects that one. Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, the connection here is that if you actually went south, like down here, and then like went through all of this, you would be able to come in from that side. But only with a specific skill that over there, where you can hook to those things. And then, yeah, that's part of the reason I'm like, you should probably go both paths, even if the game is like, you should probably not go both paths. You should go both paths. Take it from me. The guy that just failed that simple jump. Take it from me, who definitely knows what he's talking about. Ah! Hello! Greetings from the other side! Exactly, Bread Bean Queen. There might be more paths than just the two. Yeah. Up some keybinds here. Just better play it a little safer. Wait, what? Oh. I'm like, but we already have something, Garb. Now this is what we need. Do you see those stats? That's what makes us strong. We need more of that. You just need the rest of the set to really make it worth. And that's two. No, he says, I felt the game was more like, take upper path first, please. I mean, Ver was like, don't be an idiot and take the lower path. I feel like we're missing a skill here. Just me? The first is the best. This is a truth that is being denied. Denied by hypocrites who worship the first artists and are governed by the literal first of their kind. Yet they scorn Mara's first work of art, and in favor of tiny trees. Tiny faces, no less. Meanwhile, the mountains are big. Biggest art of all. In this, Mara tells us that to be big is to be the best. We must grind down their clay. We must cover ourselves with it. We must thicken their body and grow bigger. Okay. An example of a skill that might help us with what we just saw could be something like an air dash, because like we don't really have that. We have more like an air dodge that just like resets our momentum, but I don't think it helps us with a puzzle like that. You know? See what I mean? Can't really do anything there. It might be that we're supposed to come in from the other side. That's also a possibility. And that it works from there. Did we miss something? Faceless Scrabber. Well, that seems pretty good. Let's do that, and it scales with the stat we like. Wait, what? Why not? Did we not master it, or what's going on here? Game being weird again. Cool. We'll make it work. Oh, hi. That's a big smile. So you are the one making all the noise. Running around, picking fights. Having fun, are you? Without me? Ha! Ha 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 ha! Finally a strong smith. Not just another one of those brittle half things. I am Bishop Dash. Who are you, strong one? Egg. Egg. What? Is this a name or thing? Something called me that. Sad to let someone else decide your name. Weak. Thank Mara, you have good thick legs and hands where legs and hands should be. And a head without a face. You must be a fan of ours. Look around you, strong one, and tell me, what think you of these great mountains? I don't care. How sad. You have the strong body of a faceless, but the terrible taste of a brittle half-thing. If you can't see greatness, I will give you the gift of forcing it upon you. With a pummeling. That's a big twig. Didn't someone say that you guys used that to make it harder to win? Ow. he actually was using it to make things easier. Or... Go! Oh. Ow. Almost. Uh-oh. That was pretty fast. And he skips the quote-unquote cutscene. That's good. Not like that. Slam! Nice finish. What can we do now? Grasp counter. Grasp indicators may now appear on enemies during their attacks. Useful for combat. Hello? Down, down. Elevator. A de-elevator. What's this? Huh? Pothead Man. Hey there, my good indigenous fellow. Are you also traveling to Kankan? Yes. Aha, figured as much. You could only have gotten here through the Faceless Mountains or the Underheads, and no one would be too eager to go through either. For any other reason but Kankan. Well, at least you can trade with the Faceless for safe passage, as creepy as they are. That's not an option down in the Underheads. I couldn't trade with them. Hello? While we're on the matter, out of curiosity, which path did you take to get here? Faceless Mountains or both? Faceless Mountains. Same as most of us merchants. I hope they didn't swindle too much out of your stock. Don't worry if this was your first time. They are harsher than normal, but it gets better. As scary as they are, they don't actually hurt other smiths. Say they're too boring. But if you come in there with a weapon, especially if you're a lavist, you're asking for trouble. Anyway, seeing as you're headed towards Kankan as well, I've got some bad news. The bridgehead head collapsed. Must be due to that incessant hand paint spreading from under it. I'm waiting for a Kankan picture patrol. Once they see it, they'll send for someone to fix it. For now, all we can do is wait. Oh, if you'd like to trade in the meanwhile, by all means. Ooh, trade. Yes? Burst Dash applies Star Rust stacks, whatever that means. And then we have the Jaw Axe, that's a weapon from the first game, by the way. We also have the Blood Metal Scythe, which I believe is also a weapon from the first game. I actually tried this one and immediately concluded that it was too slow. Witch Armor. Witch Cap. Forceful mold and mold protection traits that's a spelling error. And enchanced. Are they improved with a random chance? They seem to be focused on painting. Then we have Mask Collector. All damage dealt behind enemies with an exposed back is increased. We also have Tooth Hammer. That's also a weapon from the first game. It actually scales with health. It actually scales with the two things we have. That's quite something. Basic attacks apply stacks of Star Rust on enemies. Upon reaching maximum stacks, a damage over time effect is applied. Scales with health. Special attacks slam the hammer down, applying Star Rust stacks and creating a pool of rusting mud that continues to apply even more stacks. So what you're saying is that we could choose this weapon and just go all in on health. Why does this armor set that also applies Star Rust stacks not give... Oh wait, it actually does give health. I thought it gave strength. Why does it give, diverging? Weird. We should get this Tooth Hammer. I'm getting the Tooth Hammer, guys. I'm grabbing the Tooth Hammer. We're having this. We can't afford the full armor set now anyway, so maybe we'll just save our money for now. We can't use the Tooth Hammer, so... 18 Lee! Hope you're doing well. Can you tell me what it's about? It's about... both GRIME 1 and 2 features the main character as quite... in the first game, you're a prophesized ending of the world. And in this game, I'm actually not sure if anyone knows what you are. But, you're basically just progressing through the world, consuming things in your wake and just doing things. But it is like a Metroidvania kind of game, and it also has Souls-like features. But it's actually a little bit about art, in a way. Behold, a splendid bridge! Cross it and be on your way. The town of Kankan awaits. Well, we can't use those hooks. Exactly, Shaq. It's fight, eat. So those hooks are a little bit of a problem. Because we can't interact with them yet. You need 8 health for the hammer? I believe we needed 8 strength for it, but you know what? Let me just double check. Eight strength, 3 health. We could reroll, like we could use a reroll to fix that, but yeah, we can't do this either. We need a skill for the hooks. But this is something that you're taught, that you can like dash out of these, but we don't have the hook skill, so we can't progress in that direction. Oh! Stuff in the background. That's the thing we need for upgrades to armor. Hook skill again. Ah! Well. Now we have the hook skill. And the only way out is to use the hook skill, so really making sure you got it. You understood it. Ah! Oh, right, there were no spikes there. I thought there were spikes there. Money? Money! Yay! Money! And a ladder. What's this? Spike ball! Oh no, I hate that guy. Actually, I remember why I hated that guy. The reason is that I had kind of gotten so... Like, when I fought that guy the first time, I had gotten so used to just using ranged weapons and just not approaching enemies that I forgot that parrying was an option. I was like, how do I attack him? His shield is impervious to attack. What do I do? I just remembered I hated him. Like, well, I can't. I know the shield is impervious to damage. What do you do? Parry him. Oh. Boink. What's this? Is it spike ball again? It's overgrown blob. What? I mean, I'll take it. Just free kills off screen. From the background, yoink. wonder if the platforming in this game will be as intense as in GRIME 1. Based on what I've seen of the game so far, I would not be shocked if the platforming gets more intense. Because your mobility is more. That's a new one. Unparryable ranged attack, go! Ow. Oh. Bro. What's up there? Yoink. Really funny, I believe this, if you dodge into this, you'll actually get smacked up into the spikes. I don't understand why that worked the second time. Oh. That's a random place to find a checkpoint. But I guess we take those? Oh, that's why! Ah! Ah! Ow. I was checking if I could parry the projectile. Turns out you cannot. Surprise boss battle! Ow. Heal. Ow. Never mind. Ow. 2-hole paints. Now we can combo paint. Almost first try. Yeah. Close enough. Actually worth mentioning, the only thing we needed from this whole area was the hook thing. As far as I recall. Like back up there. We could probably, well, air, I think? We could bridge something. We're not actually done progressing this, so I'm not gonna go into Kankan yet. Harrowing green. I'm very green. There is actually dye you can unlock later. And pink is an option. That's a weird battle. There's gear to be had. Oh wait, there was a loot. Yoink. Poacher legs. Increases fragments gained from the... Oh, yes, we want this set. This is the set we want. It gives... It make you get more XP when you get XP, guys. It does not... It simply does not get better than that. Why have an actual ability on your gear when you could just have more number go up? You know? Ah. More XP! Now, where do we find the rest of this poacher set? Because, I want it. Guys! We have gained one more maximum boss. We have increased our maximum force by 2%. Amazing! Incredible! More force! Well, there's definitely more gear there. How do we get over there? Yeah, 1 whole force point! Bigger difference than most Final Fantasy jobs. Don't make fun of it. Oh. I mean, considering how like feast and famine force can be, it's like I attack like this, and I attack again. If you have exactly enough force points to get the damage boost, if you don't, then you just don't get it. So that 1 point could make a huge difference if you are on like that split where it actually is gonna make or break whether you get the damage boost. Like the damage boost presently is like 50% for having the enough force to the attack. Ow. Ow! Ah! I got defeated by a pot with legs. More damage. Oh! Are we already hitting a soft cap of some sort, or like a breakpoint? Because I feel like that's less than before. This guy scales a little bit of everything. Let's use him. And he doesn't cost very much. That's very good. Now, where were we? Run that back. He was over here? We just need a better stick. Now we just need to respect the enemy and not get hit, Lamau. Hey Fern, hope you're doing well. We have a beat stick. It's my weapon. Oh, we're back here. At the merchant guy. They really want to be sure you can't skip that part, I guess. They're talking about the pot we just fought. Consider that pot that just beat me before. It's just a delivery thing. It's just meant to just defend itself if you're trying to steal the mail, essentially. I have acquired Death Grip. Good for you, man. Keep spinning. What's this? More poacher armor. Does that also give health? Double health, guys. Double health. But we have to go the long way back. Just one more piece. And then we have the ultimate value armor. And because it gives health, and remember, health is good on basically any build, like unless you're like planning to just never get hit, but you know we're gonna get hit. So by just having a gear set that works for anything, it's a lot easier to just like mix around and do whatever you want. But we have not found where the last piece is yet. We have not found the one piece. Loot in the background. Ow. That was indeed not the time to heal. Ah, secrets! What's this? We've done it! We have assembled Exodia! But you know what? We like the old set. We can do like this. And we can still be Aero in green. But with much more useful stats for us. Well, there's probably more stuff to be had, but that was specifically the stuff that I was like, well, we can't leave without this. You're thinking, did we miss anything? I feel like we went down a path where we didn't explore north, up. I think we have to go back. Oh, right, that guy. It's a little difficult to explore over there because I feel like it's... Never mind. It's just a skill issue. Back we go up the ladder. Right, this is what we didn't explore. Ooh, there's money to be had. Is that it? Looks like that was it. The quick reminder that most of this area was basically optional. So, let's see here. We've done it. We have now reached the point where we can wield double hammer. 2 hammers for the price of 1. Is this the exact same moveset? Fantastic. We've simply upgraded to a bigger bonk stick. But before we proceed, let's just go here. See us down here. It's time to upgrade some stuff. This one only has 1 orb on it, so maybe you can do the big swing more often. Oh yeah. The thing with the other bonk stick is that it uses 1 big bonk, and the amount of orbs you have, it determines how much more damage it's doing. Whereas this one puts like... It applies... It places down salted earth. So what we're gonna do... It applies salted earth, and when you have hit enough stacks that is applied by both moves, it applies a dot. So Tooth Hammer might not be the best for like random scuffles. However, we want to have them equally upgraded, otherwise we're just not going to use it because it's not good enough. And then we use some of our background off stuff to upgrade this as well. For more health. And then we also upgrade, well, it doesn't really matter which one we upgrade the pants! And then... with this much health, we might just do the following. Remake! Boom! We need at least this much. We need at least this much so that we can actually wield the hammer. See here, after this point, there's diminishing returns on health up. And there's also substantially more diminishing returns on strength after 10. So we do like this. Kaboom! Damage. Now we're ready to smack people with the hammer. Also, the benefit is that by rearranging our stats like this, if we just choose to use this Tooth Hammer only, we won't feel like it's doing any less damage. Because, you know, we changed it so that our new weapon is doing the same damage as the old weapon. Now, the next bit is that we probably want to move... let me actually just check the map here. Next, we probably want to explore the alternative path before we progress forward. By the way, funny little detail here is the mold assimilation and the prey list here is when you can use them yourself. Like, just access them. Whereas glare is every time you finish researching an enemy, like finish assimilating an enemy completely, it gives you one of these. These are basically used for cosmetics, as far as I could find. You spend these for dye, among other things. So, not too crucial to get that bit. And as far as I could see, this is from the mold part as well. Anyway, with that said, I think this is a decent point to wrap up for today. And I'm very glad. I was very worried that no one would be interested, but I'm very glad to see that there was actually a decently large amount of people that checked in for this unusual game. And I hope you thought it was interesting. Who knows? Maybe you'll play it yourself. Maybe you'll play the first one. The first one was also very good. It's not quite as mobile. And a fun fact, there was no dash in that game originally. So you just had to like kind of just spam, dodge to get anywhere. So they added that later with a DLC for free. But yeah, if you would be like to be part of the Discord community server, then remember that there's a link right there in the chat. There you'll find the weekly schedule where you can see what else is coming up in the coming days, usually updated Sunday or Monday. And I think at least for now, we'll try and do Grime on Wednesdays. And then you'll also find the announcement room with links to videos and streams when we put them out. And grab the reminder roll in the roll assignments room, you get a notification whenever I post a video or stream. So next round, around 15 minutes before stream starts, you can catch Grime and go live. And if you'd like to support the channel even more directly, you can like over on YouTube, you can follow, you can subscribe, you can become a member, you can super chat, you can cheer, you can do all of that goodness. If you don't like any of that, there's also the Ko-Fi link out, I'll post it right there in the chat. It all helps support me and the channel directly, so I can do stuff like this with all of you without having to worry about, you know, algorithms and whatnot. So thanks so much for the support. But that'll be it from me tonight. Let's see if we can raid someone. I don't think there's anything to raid really in the Grime category, but hey, maybe we'll find someone cool anyway. You know, pretty fitting with a Soulslike into the Souls games in a way. Reg is playing Elden Ring. Let's go over there. Now, that'll be it from me. So good night, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on the world, and I hope to see you all very soon. And if you do end up playing the game, do feel free to let me know over the community server. I would love to hear about it. Bye-bye!